What's on my mind today after having positive and wonderful interaction with some clients this week is the idea that not everybody at the end of their life has a grand, a grand life of contribution and connection and meaning. Some of us, and rightly so, live a very average life, fairly introverted, not making substantial connections, not making a substantial contribution to the world around us, possibly being even difficult, stubborn, selfish, hard to get on with, antisocial, unlikable. The list is endless. Of course, this is a possibility. We're not all wonderful, powerful, grand human beings living their best life. Some of us are just getting by. So when somebody dies and the idea of a celebration of their life is actually a stretch or a struggle for the family, that's a really, really challenging experience. That's a challenging experience for the family, and that's a challenging experience for whoever has been chosen to facilitate that farewell, the funeral service, the memorial service. Maybe there is no service. However, a lot of people obviously feel that sense of obligation in farewelling a loved one. So, I could relate to this very strongly. Full disclosure, I have a very tenuous relationship with my father. As much as I would love that sense of connection, as much as I have tried, as much as I have sought to heal the relationship, you cannot change somebody else, and you cannot expect different behavior. This is a Dr. Phil moment, but the greatest predictor of future behavior is always past behavior. So I've got to the point of absolute acceptance of that. Stumbled over that. Maybe I haven't got to the point of that. Because I have such amazing, wonderful, fulfilling, reciprocal other relationships in my life, it's been a source of stress and disappointment for me. So I've often thought, what on earth am I going to do when my dad dies? Always thinking about how we honour people's lives and what's a fitting service and what's a fitting farewell. I've orchestrated my mum's entire funeral, not that she's going anywhere soon. God bless you, mum, love you. But what I think would be fitting for her, what I would like for mine. And I often think of dad and think, what on earth would I say? I absolutely believe that every single one of us who has taken this earthly journey and had a human experience has contributed in some way, whether it's obvious or not, and they deserve the reverence of a fitting farewell. That can be something very small. Doesn't even have to be a service or a memorial, maybe a tiny ritual that the family performs. Everybody deserves to be farewelled from this life with thanks for their contribution. That is my belief. Even if they were a bad person in life or hurt others, at some point in their life, they were not that person. Nobody comes in like that. So I say, even if it's not a direct impact on how they influenced you in a relationship sense, how my father shaped me, if I can't find any meaning in that, then I can find meaning in who he was. Sometimes it pays to reflect on them, maybe as a child, their characteristics, their hopes, their dreams, their loves, their hobbies, what they hoped for their life. Sometimes it pays to just find their personal interests and likes and appreciate them for that. For example, my father has a grand, or had, I don't really know to be sure right now, a grand love of nature, being in nature, escaping to nature, the ocean. All his pastimes were related to that. Therefore, I thank him for introducing that concept to me. Whilst he may not have cemented that one-on-one, he certainly introduced that concept to me. So yeah, this is where I sit today thinking every person deserves thanks for their contribution, big or small, grand or mediocre. And we all deserve to be farewelled from this earthly plane. And if we can find a way to do that with compassion and gratitude and some reverence for the life they led and the time they had here, that's really, really important. Thanks for listening. Have a blessed day.